Good morning. I'll be right with you. Always look for a timestamp. I'm not sure if this was linked to my neck and my back when I did some research, or if it's just linked to hormones. Capricorn. I also have thoracic MRI on the 12th, and today I have an EMG at 2. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I actually wanted to switch out lotion because this one wasn't really working as well. Okay. Good morning, guys. Sorry for the delay, kind of. And it was just 13:03. And I was just telling the doctor I was taking the medication for like 3 days, 3 times a day, and like 3 pills each dose. So I was like 3, 3, and 3. I felt like I was starting a video. And then I was like, for 3 days. So it was 4 3s, and then I just came over here and it was 13:3. So I don't know if you guys been seeing 3s. Actually, now that I think about it, the other day randomly I saw 333. And I woke up at 2:57. All right, let's do messages from guides. Let's do that. Use some oracles. Good morning. Let's do some oracles we haven't used in a little while. But every time I see those, I haven't used my runes in a while either. I do like these. They were taking us deep. Good morning. All right, this is a lot. All right, maybe we should be doing a couple readings. Let's see. Let's put you over here, here. Put this over here. All right. Let me get a candle. Let me put on some musica. I don't pay for this app. I know there's certain noises I like that I can pay for, but I'm not like super duper crazy about this app. I know there's certain apps that you can pay for that are really good at nighttime. Someone I know used to have one. Can't remember who it was though, and I really liked it. I'm sure I can Google it. Like, I want to say it was like the top apps. At least probably within like the top 5. And there's not enough on here for me to pay for this one. That's what I'm barely here. That one's not going to do it for me. I'm going to go with no. I'm not going to do cars either. I do like seagulls over the ocean, but that's when I'm actually there. All right, so there must be a particular noise. Like last night, I tried just regular rain, and there was thunderstorms. I'm like, I really don't want to hear the thunder. And I must have changed it like 4 times, and then finally I'm like, fuck this. So there is probably certain rain or certain music that would be beneficial for you. It seems aggressive. Let me turn my ringer off. I think I'm liking that one more. So I went with rainforest, but it's not like aggressive. All right. Let's do this. Brutus. Digging up pink. Anyone know what the color pink and green makes? Anybody? Pink and green? I don't know off the top of my head. All right. Hi, good morning. All right, let's get 1 or 2 of each card. Let's see what your guides have to say. Good day, good day. I feel like that's awfully thin. Let me just double check. Oh, I haven't used this one either in a little while. There's a whole lot. Maybe the next couple of weeks we should do oracles. All right, so we'll just do. I just got pulled to the 11th, so let's do 11th through the 15th. It could be something with the 6th, which is tomorrow. Oh, and it's room number 6 too. So keep that in mind for some reason. So yeah, let's do. It's almost like I want to say the 4th through the 9th again, but like I am getting pulled to the 11th. So the 6th and the 11th must be significant for you guys. So I guess let's just do now into the 15th, 16th. Give it take a day or 2. Messages from your guides. So here you have the torch, the fire of knowledge, enlightenment, knowledge, education, passion, sexuality on fire, gain insight, knowledge, enhance learning, raising energy or passion, lighting a beacon, knowledge, enterprise, excitement, passionate interest, lust, desire, sexual urges, adult in nature. Alright, the 4th through the 15th. You would think now, but I guess I'm just going to do. And again, I feel like it's leaving out weekends, which is strange because it did that last week too. Why did that just go? Yeah, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. I need a better explanation for that. Tell me about wait, please. Karmic relationship, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict, and the void. We had that void last week. Come up in the 333. Stop, embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. So there's definitely something going down there. And that's pulling me to that song. There's something happening here. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Anybody know the name of it? I'll fix the camera once I get all the cards out. But I haven't, it's an older song for sure. Good morning. There's something happening here. All right, the 4th through the 15th. The letter K may be relevant, or the number 6. There's definitely something with the 11th as well, and I just got pulled to the 14th, 13th, 14th. And again, could be something with the 8th. There's definitely something in April, too. Like I said, March is busy for you guys. And it trickles into April, too. March 4th to the 15th, please. And something with that 3, 10. So, yeah, see, there's something with the weekend energy, too. Sympathy. Yeah, eating on my table last night. You got weight here and you got weight at the bottom of the deck. I was going to say, I could have sworn when I pulled this out, I saw this card. So it would make sense, especially with the karmic relationship next to it. If the answer is yes, and we'll get one more. For yes, can you tell me about yes? Recovery. Let's see if this deck is ready yet. You ready yet? Is that waterfall or rain, whatever it is it too loud? Do you work for a 911 dispatch? Okay, good. Thank you with this deck. All right. Might not be using that deck today. There's something happening here. Anybody know that song? It's in like an old classic song. I don't think it's like the Doors, but it's got that vibe of like, I could sing that one line and my dad would know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, the 4th through the 15th. You think that's the name of it, for what it's worth? Springfield? You have Transmute, 44. And New Life, 4. So you got 4, 4, 4. There's something happening here. Is it called For What It's Worth? For What It's Worth lyrics, Springfield? Oh, don't type in there. What is that? No. For What It's Worth, Springfield. Oh, you were actually saying that, but what it isn't is exactly clear. Oh, you guys were singing me the lyrics. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't actually heard this song in a very long time. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I gotta beware. I think we need to stop. Children is the sound. Everybody look what's going down. Stop now. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So what's the meaning? Inspired to write the song The Sunset Strip Curfew Riots, Los Angeles. Anti-war song. The era between police and young people in Hollywood. I do as much as possible as long as I can to benefit from it. Taking an idea and exploring it. Something happening here. Hey, what? Okay, we better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. I was like, am I singing a different song? But no. The battle lines are being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody is wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting too much resistance from behind. The people on the street carrying songs to. Stop. Everybody look what's going on. Well, I'm not sure how you want to interpret that. Ecstasy. That one hasn't come out. Isn't there something? Yeah, you have it here too. Lust, desire, sexual urges. I pulled that, but I don't know. feel like I want it to come out. I don't know with recovery here too. You're definitely transmuting like pain or something. I'll clarify. We got raw when it comes to power. Like Horus and Ra. Like Ra's the sun. Anyhow, let's see if this deck wants to work. This might be saying you need to get organized. All right, you're going to give us something. You're going to give us something to work with. Oh, what? The 4th through the 15th, please. Yay. Capricorn, achieving. You could be working with the 10th house. This could have to do with your income. And the 10th house, again, authority. Strong Capricorn energy. I don't know where the transits are out. The bottom of the deck, you got the 8th house, mystery. You could be working with your 10th house. It's pulling me to like my book. I don't want to pull my book out. So I'm just going to see what pops up. So everything well, not everything I just said, but the basics. I thought I saw, no, I was thinking Saturn, but it is represented. I mean, it is, the Capricorn is the ruling planet is Saturn. Holy shit. But again, responsible authority, a desire for recognition. So you got to be careful there. But also it's the thought that determines the influence of the figures in your life, your career, your reputation, your destiny, your legacy. Public image, career achievements. Self-responsibility here. You definitely, I mean, it's sitting, you're transmuting something and you're going towards a new life. So, you do have knowledge. You do have enterprise. I'm getting pulled to the enterprise there. So I don't know if you're starting something. And let's just 29. I just want to do that so I can timestamp. All right. Can you guys see these better with the light off? Yes, you can. Just going to turn that little one on for me. Double tens. You got 444, double tens, working with the number 6. I just heard 13. That's another Wednesday. So Wednesdays might be significant. And that book with Capricorn that I was pulled to has certain like numbers and days. I'm just going to grab the book because I keep getting pulled to it. So it'd be silly for me to keep saying that throughout the reading. Yeah. Best book ever. What's Mercury in? Mercury's not in Capricorn right now, right? I just got pulled to Mercury. Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Libra. What the heck? Capricorn, feminine energy, Earth, Saturn, ruled by the Roman god that rules over sowing and reaping its gains in ancient times, is the known universe. Saturn, obstacles, limitation, restrictions, discipline, responsibility. It's a symbol of the goat. Group note I use, polarity, Cancer. Governs career, community, honor phase, approval. I don't really see the dark side here, but the bones, the joints, the knees, Capricorn's native to one beautiful, to often have beautiful bone structure, but subject to stiff joints, rheumatoid, orthopedic problems. Lucky days, Saturday, lucky numbers 2 and 8. All right, garnet, dark green, brown. For trees, pine, elm. Metal is lead. When it comes to the danger, other people may harbor hidden grudges and resentment because Capricorn's coldness and reserve. Secrets from the past are often used against the Capricorns. I'm not getting that vibe where I need to get into that, but there's lust up here, which is different than desire, and you have ecstasy here. Pisces, constellation Aquarius. Mercury's in it. Let's go to. I want to use the smaller cards, but I got pulled to these cards, so. I'm getting this vibe with like the sympathy card. I'm getting this vibe of like, you're not very sympathetic when it comes to something. And 33, so it's definitely something with threes in you guys as well. I'm getting the vibe of like you not being sympathetic towards something though. You have the Queen of Stones. Tell me about the sympathetic. I mean, the Queen of Stones is nurturing, helpful. The Page of Cups. The Sun. The Ten of Vessels. There's something happening here. Hey, now, what's this? And it's, typically, that would be children too. That would be a mother. That could be a child, teenager. So I don't know if there's something going on in the world that's going to come out. Like, I just heard 9/11. That came through a couple weeks ago as well. The LaGuardia Airport came through the other day. Again, this could have already happened. Well, obviously it already happened, but I don't know, and it's ironic because the other day I had yesterday when I did that reading, I had kind of anger towards the video, and I remember being like, I'm just so angry, I just want to riot, and I don't typically say stuff like that. And that song is a gathering concerning to a riot, protesting, probably, peaceful protesting, but again, it could have an idea. It could be the idea could be with kids. You could be more sympathetic to children or teenagers, depending on a teenager. Yeah, you can definitely be sympathetic. You can be sympathetic to older. I was thinking 20s too, but obviously you can be sympathetic to anybody. But comes a certain age where it's you don't have tolerance. You're old enough, or so I'm not sure if we're talking about a teenager here or somebody in their 20s, or if this is an apology. Or it's you trying to be sympathetic to something, but I'm telling you, it's almost like you're not feeling it. The animals are giving you love. I wouldn't say you're pushing them away, but where it's I don't really see it as childhood wounds either, but it's why? Didn't that come through the other day? It was why? I'm getting the vibe of not wanting to be sympathetic. All right, we're going in order of archangels. What are we going in order of? There's something happening here. Now, what's that sound? I mean, that would be a child. So, you guys want to help me interpretate this? Because this is what we do. It's got to be something it's either going to be an idea you have for the young, the teenagers, the next generation, or, but I feel like that's a thick page. I think it was stuck on reconciliation. But yesterday, Mingia, why am I struggling? Raphael, I just went through Raphael, though. Unless those pages were stuck. No. Sympathy. All right. Healing occurs when Raphael brings the angel of Atlantis together, full sympathy. When they unify, their forces accomplished with measure, self-being, another life form, angelic heart. Sympathy is the art that identifies with somebody's challenge. Sympathy respects your unique journey and your soul's incarnation of a major joy and woe, chosen before incarnation to strengthen, enrich, and eventually make more loving in life odyssey. Do you feel held in the grip of conflict or resistance? If so, know that it's your choice right now, and this card can bring you immediately to heart activation, radiating the deepest and most supreme love, just like a loyal and loving dog and a child feeling injustice. You will be caressed by the most tender. So she does feel some type of injustice. Like the dog who's loyal brings her to the child feeling of injustice. And an icon. So yeah, this has to do with a child or your own childhood trauma or woundings. Funny, I had that song from Starship. Nothing's gonna stop this now. For the last couple of days, came up scrolling through something. Yeah, I don't. The only thing I can think of is like working with this Capricorn energy, like resisting resentment, holding a grudge. Capricorns are good at that. But I'm not really seeing the darker side of that. But I'm like, she feels like unjustified. Like, so I don't know if this is you as an adult and somebody's attempting to apologize to you and you don't have any sympathy for it, or if there's something that you're going to create or nurture. It's like two turtles merging. And it's like two people here too, but it's almost like this is the instructor teaching them and not super crazy about like the energy. It's almost like gawking. There's something happening here. I don't know if you're going to be sympathetic to this or not. Let's get the overall energy so I can just work with that. Is it like compassion? Is it sweet? Is it dishonesty? Soulmate, solitude, abandoned, mirroring. I'm trying to figure out if like this is personal, if there's another person involved, it's childhood. What's the overall energy of this sympathy, please? Numbing. What's the overall energy of this Queen of Stones? What's the overall energy of this Queen of Pentacles, please? Awakening, rejuvenation. What's this energy of the Page of Vessels? Winter family. What's this energy? Overall energy of the Page of Vessels, please. This deck really wants to talk. One more for the Page of Vessels. So it could be something you're inspired by, or again, it can be expiring. Shadow work is like the complete opposite. Okay, so when it comes to sympathy, it's like you got the numbing. When it comes to the Queen of Stones, it's an awakening. It's starting new. It's like that new life. She's transmuting something. Whether it's work or not, in regards to the 10 health, it's taking authority. It's going after something. This is what you're doing. Whether you're creating something, whether you're nurturing something, it could be a business. It could just be a sense of energy that puts you on a new path. Like some type of authority, but like stern. And when it comes to the page, you have muse, which is like being inspired. But then it's linked to shadow work. So I don't know if like you're inspiring somebody, or if you're going to start a business, you know, you might pull a lot of people. You might, I wouldn't say pull them out. You could pull them out of voids, but like everybody has to experience their own shadow work. It's not something you take. It's like karma. You know what I mean? Here, come dump your shadow work on my lawn. Like, no. So It could be lighting a candle. A candle just flickered, but it was like with every breath you take. You could be inspiring. You're definitely inspiring something. And it could be in regards to like teenagers. In between tweeners, what do you call them? Tweeners, what? Teeny boppers is what I call them. There's probably a new name for them. Early 20s. But this is a lot of shadow work. Or you're just inspiring. It could be an adult. I mean, it could even be you. But I don't think so, because you got numbing here, and then with sympathy, and then you have awakening and renovation with the Queen of Stones. And to me, this is like you're taking your life seriously with this Capricorn energy. It could be something you do with the next generation. You're inspiring them, and I don't know, like the whole next generation might actually go through a phase of void, of shadow work. I don't even want to say that. I hope not, because that's not good for us. That's not good for us as adults and parents. I'll tell you that right now. Like, damn, like that. Okay. Let's hope not. Let's hope for the best. But I am working with the pendulum right now, and it is bouncing. So there's something with the energy right now that seems off kilter. 5th, 6th, 5th is today. So again, just be careful driving. Machinery, anything like that. So I'm guessing, I don't want to guess here, but I'm thinking this is an energy that you inspire, or you're good at inspiring, and you should inspire if you have that ability. But this shadow work, I'm not sure if like it's you're dealing with somebody with the shadow work. But it could be a lot of people. Like, I just hear it again. Like, hey, now, listen sound. 8 of Stones. Less work. It is typically solo. And this card looks like teamwork, but it's a child. 8 of Stones, 6 of Stones. 8 of Sticks here. So there might be something with the 8s. Here we go again with the 6, the 2 6s. I'm going to rinse the bathroom real quick. Sorry. I'm sorry. So that, see, somebody might try to interrupt you, or you don't want interruptions. I don't know. does sound like urgent. Some urgent. I don't know. Then I got pulled to Madonna's. That I see tonight. Sorry, my apologies. I mean, I really kind of feel bad for like, oh, and I gotta go pee, and I typically don't. And then the pee took really slow, and I was like, maybe patience, and then I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. But it's like I'm really apologetic. Like I feel bad. Like I had to interrupt what that was just to go to the bathroom. I know I didn't get it all out. So it's definitely a message, and I feel like I haven't had a bathroom message in a while with you guys until today. So something's going to take a while. It's been taking a while. Someone feels bad for interrupting you, or they don't want to interrupt you. I feel like someone doesn't want to interrupt you. But I don't know if that's a message like they're going to. Or maybe not. I don't. This is from your guides, though, so I'm not. It could be your guides making sure that nothing interrupts you as well. And I'm not sure if it's because somebody is actually going through shadow work, or if this is like your shadow work. So you might be putting something together. It's like how some poets create from the darkness. But I don't see you being in darkness. And the overall energy of sympathy is numbing. And you can't be the Queen of Stones in Awakening and all that if like you're going through shadow work or a dark night. So it's kind of interesting how something's going to fall into order. But I'm highly focused on trying to figure it out, but I'm actually spacing out while I'm doing it. So it's definitely a message for you guys. And I just felt a sharp tingling in my left thumb. I can't remember which planet that is. Which planet is your left thumb? Mars. Wow, that was loud. Did you hear how loud that was? Did you guys hear that? That was strange. So the thumb is Mars and the head. The index is Jupiter, consciousness, philosophy. The middle finger is Saturn, restriction, consciousness, discipline. The ring finger is Apollo, pleasure and creativity. The middle finger is also Venus. So, oh, your thumb's also linked to your kidneys, your bladder, and your gallbladder. And I was just talking about peeing, it going really slow. I don't know if that has to do with health or not. Those are cards of health. There's something happening here. Well, I will say if this is your shadow work, that's something you've been going through, and maybe you've been in some type of void and you're going to step out of it. Or like when I was trying to focus on this, I felt more of like like space cadet, like I couldn't focus on this. And spirit definitely is not going to let energies interfere either. So it's like I can't figure it out, as if they don't want me to. Like my head keeps going to like a whole somewhere else. Intentionally. Hey now, what's that sound? Baby, look what's going down. I don't think it's one of those things like you're creating something through shadow work. I think, and if you are, I don't think it's your shadow work. I think it's like something universal. Like this is like being like a philosopher, scientist, therapist, like coming up with like possibly a new idea. Could be like, you know, I've been talking about the other channel, I'm starting with the brain, but me like not really wanting to talk about it because like I feel like someone's gonna take it. That's my own thing I gotta push through. Like I'm saying, like it can be a collective energy, which to me is kind of scary. I know I work with karma. Okay. Shadow work is not, well, it is part of karma, but like it's like taking people out of the dark, like when they have a really bad experience, a death, a divorce. And I did this to you before, and I typically don't. It was just 818. What is the exact message, definition of shadow work? So there's something with a message here. It's a type of psychotherapy that focuses on the part of the psyche that people also often keep hidden, such as trauma or resentment. People can refer to your shadow self, which underneath here would be like the opposite. Working in the shadows means you're working in the background. Nobody will see what it is you're doing for work. So that might be a thing too. You get offered a job and, you know, the head of the company wants to stay out of it, or you end up with somebody or a child and you keep them out of the public eye, because this Capricorn is about images and public eye and certain stuff like that as well. Could be entering the shadow too, which is a part of your unconscious mind that believes to hold things that we repress, evil, societal, unacceptables, harmful others, our own health. Shadow work is the path of the heart warrior. Best way to explain shadow work: exploring and integrating the unconscious aspects of oneself that are repressed emotions, fears, and desires to achieve personal growth and wholeness. We all have traits that we're proud of, and we all have traits that we don't feel confident about. It's like embodying each aspect of oneself. So I don't know. It's almost like an important message as if it wants me to figure it out for you, but like it's not letting me. So it's probably going to be different for other people. But again, like you might be working with people's shadows or creating something for the shadow. Like again, like how I work for karma, that is part of karma. But the first initial thought I got, like, you know, I want to help humanity in general. That's why I feel like it's part of my purpose. But this is also telling me that there's a huge collective of probably millions in their shadow, which is a scary thought if it all starts to come forward at one time and then everybody starts noticing. That's like everybody in teenagers or late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, like everyone thought they're gonna lose their shit. And maybe they already are in regards to like feeling that they need to freaking categorize themselves, you know? So you might be trying to figure that out. which is positive. So I do think that you need to be a little more sympathetic, though, with how you deal with something or someone. Because I don't feel it's like with the project. I don't feel it like that. Like, it's just, it's an energy around you. Let's just see if we can get overall message for numbing. See if we can get something here. There's something happening here. Release and pause. Well, whatever this is, I think you're going to do it. It's extremely positive. In some of you, it could be just you working with children. But it's sitting next to transmute. So tell me about transmute. You got the Empress and the Eight of Vessels. Empress and the Eight of Cups. So the Sun at the bottom of the deck. You're definitely walking that path of this new life, whether you realize it right now or not. You're taking charge. You're in the proper energy. You probably know. It's almost like you know what you're walking towards, but you don't. You know it's going to create a new life, and I think it's because I think it's a majority of us right now in 2024 are working with is it deacons? No, it's pentacles. You have 3 pentacles in life. I believe that's what it is. Everyone's stepping into like a new pentacle. Whether you're giving birth, whether it's like a 20, 30-year-old switching. I think there might be 4. But I also think you'd be stepping into that pentacle early. Because typically that last pentacle is like 50s. Could be 40 something. But then I'm like, for those that are in their 50s, could just be starting a new life. Do you know when I was studying the brain too, women in their 40s or close to their 50s, that's when we're most creative. That's when like our brain is actually most powerful. And it is life-changing. I think a lot of people just want to relate it to like aging or wisdom, but it's not like that. This actually brings like youth. I'm hearing youthanism. So to me right now, you're definitely transmuting. You're walking away from anything that just doesn't serve you, or any type of energy that wants to hold you down. You're in the Empress energy. You're creative. You're capable. You know right from wrong. You know it's kind of going to be hard work, but you definitely got this. So that's positive. To me, you're definitely going towards that new life. And I also think with like all the energies here too, like whatever it is you're creating, whether it's just a rise of energy, passion, knowledge, learning, new life. I don't think this is sabotage here, but you got the 8 of Sticks, which is communication. 7 of Swords. Ooh, one more. Ace of Sticks. You might be communicating a new idea. 7 of Blades. I don't think it's sabotage, but I also don't see it as deception. So that's the 7 of Swords. So You're definitely going after something. I don't know if that's like a hidden motive, though. It's like you're making your stick. Let's go pull that Etsy. 7 of Blades, 10 of Sticks, which is 10 of Wands, which is, heavy. Everyday happiness. But this is like a lot going on, but still hanging out with your friends, trying to enjoy life. So I don't think that's sabotage, guys. I think it's more sabotage than deception. Or could be like a lesson. Yes, it could be a lesson in regards to self-worth. You had abandon or something there. But this looks positive because it's almost like you want to create something. So you got cycles and fear. New direction. There's something happening here. Wasn't there a message up there with don't let fear hold you back, I believe, something like cycles, self-worth. So I don't think you're gonna sabotage something. But I do think you are definitely a little nervous. Something is weighing on you. That could be the message in the sense of the 8 of Cups, keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, don't look back. Because I don't know if these are the best energies to look back at. And you got the Ace of Wands that was kind of hiding. I said hating though. Hiding with the 8 of Wands. That's typically communication, fast communication, exciting communication. But then you have your self-worth here with the 10 of Wands, and it's heavy. It's a new direction. You want to go in a new direction. But I don't think that fear is holding you back here. That's the thing. I think this is you walking away from whatever needs to be walked away from. And that part can be fearful because you're leaving something behind. I don't think you're conscious of what it is. Some of you might be conscious of what it is you're going to leave behind, and others of you are not conscious, but you can feel it. And some of you are conscious of exactly what this is. You're going to do it either way. So there is a little obstacle here, but when you wish upon a star. This one's hard to decipher. And I typically don't go card by card like that. I don't know, this message is even different. So I think this is just the start of something. There's definitely an obstacle, though. Like, you're good, though. Safe travels. Mindfulness at the bottom of the deck. Where's that book? I usually have it out right here. Feels like everything's crashing. Like all the books are coming this way. The cards are coming this way as well. I usually always keep, here it is. This is what I've been working with lately. Safe travels. You're on a journey into the unknown in the search for new and expanded understanding in yourself, others, nature, or your higher good. This experience opens your mind and you have mindfulness at the bottom of the deck. This experience opens your mind, lets you see part of the puzzle that you didn't even know existed. This card means that it's time to take a pilgrimage or travel abroad or a new journey, introspection. The act of great importance is knowing that you are the meaning of what you're looking for. This card can mean a metaphorical journey into your own beliefs, but it could also be time for you to discover certain restraints of a limiting thought we sometimes impose on ourselves. The Arctic turn. A wise and experienced traveler will guide you towards the shore. So you're definitely being guided and protected. I don't think it's possible. Obviously, it's possible to repeat cycles, but I think you're going to go through this obstacle. This card is here. This card shows up before travel when you're on a journey to discover beliefs, imagination, or soul lifting from your body to begin to free in order to fly. Where will it go and who will it meet? I mean, you're taking this journey already. It's just started within the last month. But this is like, you're safe to go. And I'm telling you, Spirit's not going to let certain energies interfere here. They're just not. So enjoy it. Go on adventures. Do things you typically don't do. You know, I feel like it's going to be a lot of work, but you got this. You could be extremely passionate about it, but you are creating your own foundation. You got 444, and I'm getting pulse of mind, body, and spirit. So again, you might be seeing the threes. This probably has to do with career or just an authority figure. An authority figure can be a different position within a job company. It could be a lawyer. It could be a representative, an advocate. It could be a doctor. It can anything, right? Again, it could be you becoming a parent. You now have to be an authority figure in the sense of parenting. But it does have to do with your 10th house, you know, your image, your finances. There was a transit a couple months ago with Capricorn. I think you're still in it. Could have been a void. Because this is about like what you want to achieve. And I really think you're gonna. And it could be multiple different things. I'm even getting holistic here, but you got ecstasy as well. That's like sexual urges, lust, desire. We got to see what that is. You could be working with Kundalini. I don't know. You could, it's pulling me to, what's that movie? Meet the Parents or something, part 2 or something. And isn't the mother like a sex instructor or something? And could be something you're good at. Because ecstasy is pretty damn strong, especially when you got lust, desire, and sexual urges there, adult in nature. You could be just taking this passion and putting it towards your 10th house with power, organization. Karmically, some people are being laid out with a cover too. What is this 10th house energy? Capricorn's 10th house. 10th house is authority. You got double cap here. It just could be within your chart. You got the Queen of Sticks, which is the Queen of Wands. There's that energy of adventure and desire and stuff like that. And the Devil. So I don't think it's obsession. It's probably fear that just came out. Or it's just something that comes out of nowhere. I'm kind of seeing it as the Tower, but it's like the Devil. You got the 8 of Stones here. So it does have to do with work, like what you put your mind to. You could be a stay-at-home mom, but it's still what you're putting your mind to. Damn. Clear the throat chakra here, guys. Holy shit. Something happened in here. You guys might want to listen to that song. Because I did say something about spirits being extremely particular on what I put on. Rain, jazz, like it was. So, separation. You got mute, but I feel like it's time to speak up and then see if the answer is yes. Or this is saying you need to separate yourself from a toxic energy. Could be and I almost said all American. It could be a Leo Sag. Who am I missing? Aries, Leo Sag. The devil is Capricorn itself. So it's like triple Cap. This might be you just getting in tune with your Cap, working with Capricorn, separating yourself from all the other zodiacs. And I don't think I've ever given that message. And I was pulled to the book for Capricorn, guys. So I strongly, and I did look it up for you as well, and I typically don't do that. So I do strongly urge you to step into some qualities of Capricorn. Google it yourself. Write it down. Stay focused on the 10th house. Also find out what other zodiac, like find out like what rules your 10th house. I can't remember what mine is. I want to, well, it's like on the, I want to say it's Virgo. So you're also going to want to look at that house as well. But I know like my other money houses and career, I believe is Sag. So this might be saying somebody could have a fire placement in the 10th house. Or in another house, because you're working with fire. So find out what houses like your fire houses are in. You know what I mean? Because right now I think they want you working with fire and earth, but in the sense of like straight up Capricorn. You guys might have a grand trine in your chart, but I think this is like a collective message. You know, it's almost like, and it is, Spirit saying it is, you know, working with that fire energy and definitely expanding on the 10th house. Or again, like I want to say my 10th house is Virgo. So I would want to explore the 10th house and house of Virgo. But I'm getting pulled to 6th. So you might be a cusper. I have a lot of cusping signs and houses myself, which makes it a little more complicated because I got to work with multiple energy. But definitely explore 10th house. Like this is where you want to take control of something. And again, for some of you, it might not even be work. It could just be going after your passions, your desire. There is sexual urge here though. So like some of you like going in one direction, others of you going in another. But like it could be controversial with the devil being here. But I don't think this is saying like you have to separate yourself from someone. It could be you have the 8 of Cups. But I think that would be common knowledge. Like I'm trying to explore like the subconscious. Like these are messages from, you know, guides in the sense of like they're not all going to relate. You know, they're not all going to make sense. They don't all have to mesh together. Some of you, it's obvious and you have to separate from someone toxic. But on the other hand, like separate your other houses and focus on 2. So it's mirroring energies. So again, this could just be like junctions or your houses, or, you know, fire conjunct Earth. I do feel like there's something happening with these transits right now that has to do with like adults in general, but at the same time, like teenagers, 20s, the next generation. Tell me about best advice for this Queen of Wands. This could be a fire too. No, I wouldn't say damper. Adjust. You're going to use that fire. Retrograde. So that's happening now, and it's another 6, guys. I don't know what's a 6. The 6 started. We started with the 6 as well. Maybe he's trying to tell me 6th house. You do got, you know, the Queen fire is Leo. Aries, Leo, Sag. So, but I don't feel like it's talking about that. Like right now, it's just talking about, again, you get Virgo, Mercury goes Virgo moves Mercury. Blah, tongue twister, I'm not even saying that right. But this is definitely reviewing. You got 3 R's up here too. 4, 5. So could be something with the letter R. I don't know what number that is. What number is the letter R? 18, which is a 9. So I don't know if it's like your 6th house, which it's also about perspective and health. I'm not really seeing that there. I think it's just in regards like the 6th house when it comes to like routines, odd jobs. It's gonna pull you back because it's like retrograde is like the choices you made within like your lifetime. You know, so it pulls you back to things you should be doing or not doing, things you should be acknowledging that you don't want to acknowledge. And it also is in regards to career, the 6th house. You got career also is in the 6th house and the 10th. I think the other one's like the 3rd or 4th. I can't remember. But it could just be opposing houses for you guys. I'm not sure. Virgos can be very analytical too. So you might be working with your 6th house and your 10th. So pay attention to like your Virgo and your Capricorn. Find out where they're at. Virgo is what works with Mercury, also and Mars. So anything that doesn't serve you is like you're done, you're out, you know. And you got the World, so there we go. That's pretty, you know. You're starting new, so I don't see you guys really having issues or being held back. Maybe a tiny bit of an obstacle, but I don't think it's going to be like a huge obstacle, because I'm telling you, like, spirit's like not having it. You do have like a safe travel here. They're going to make sure something gets done. All right. Let's go to this rune, which is Torch, Fire of Knowledge. The Magician in the Tower. Whoa. But that's great. That's like rocking your own world in a way. I don't even see that as like a bad thing. You got the Seven of Stones, so it's what you're investing in. It's definitely that fire. You're in that fire energy. In Sag, Magician, fire energy. The Tower is water. Scorpio, to be exact. But that's depth. Like, this is coming deep from like your soul, like this passion, like the depth. I don't know, like, I don't know if some of you guys are doing like manifestation, like sexual manifestation. You're just working with the lower chakras, but you are creating something, and it is with fucking depth. It's with your Scorpio, and it's hard to create from your Scorpio. It's not easy, but this is like something's gonna rock your world here. I'm telling, like, I don't know if it's just like people look at you and they're like talking behind this, stage, the curtains, and they're like, who is this person? Like seriously, like this, it's such an amazing vibe from those two energies. You might feel powerful. Or you're channeling this type of energy. I just heard destruction though, like you could be taken down. Authority figures. I'm not getting destruction as the Tower. And sometimes it can be, but like this is like taking down something. It could even be like a damn industry like I'm trying to do. It has a huge vibe. It could just be taking down belief systems. It could just anything that has to do with your Scorpio and really going within what you're creating from, and you're working with your lower chakras. Like when people, like when you first get pregnant, like, am I going to be a good mom? And this is the type of mom I'm going to be. Growing up, I'm not going to be like my mom. I'm going to be exactly like my mom. You know what I mean? Like, you're already planting something. That makes sense. Again, you might have the ability to raise, well, you might rise publicly, but I'm getting pulled to politics. You might bring down politicians. I don't know if there's like old school cults here or like Illuminati energy. It's powerful, whatever it is. Again, like there is something I feel like that's strong in the public eye. Like 9/11, it was public. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's something huge. And I hope everybody is like safe. But like, this is no joke. Like, this is powerful. Like, I can see why this can't get interrupted, because whatever this is, you're working with your Capricorn is strong. You got triple freaking Cap here. So like, it's just amplified, and you're working with Scorpio. And those two don't always mesh, but there's a placement with your fire, and you can make these mesh. Like, I got goosebumps from head to toe right now. Like, you can, like, this, like, I've never seen cards come out like this. Like, typically I'd read that differently, but not in this reading. So this could be a public figure, the next president. Like, it's you know, it's like that. I'm getting pulled to the woman on the bus. Jesus. Why am I spacing her name? Because I'm like, not really like MLK vibes, but like, I'm getting pulled to Aretha Franklin now. Woman on the bus, guys, like Rosa Parks, thank you. Right? You got Rosa? Yeah, Rosa Parks. Or Harriet Truman. I don't know. Well, Harriet Truman, it wasn't really about a bus. She walked through like the woods and shit, or like slavery. So it could be that type of vibe too, like saving people, or it has to do with like that lifetime. I don't know. And I said Truman, it's Tubman. Yeah. Maybe you're gonna change your name too. I don't know. But it might be undercover. We did talk about that too, like going into business with somebody or doing something and not like that person doesn't want to be part of it, like that, but they're part of it, but like they're silent, like silent investors, you know. I don't know, but like whatever this is fucking powerful, because I'm telling you, like Capricorn and Scorpio energy don't really mesh together, like in charts, not people, but like with your fire energy, it's like, damn, like it's deep. I love it. I mean, I got a lot of Scorpio in my chat, so to me, like, I love depth, but this is very serious energy too. Like, you'd be unstoppable with whatever this is, whether you write a book, whether you like start a cult, create a new industry. Like, I don't fucking know, but like, Jesus. Good for you. And your sister's a Capricorn. Yeah, you don't even have to be a Capricorn. This is talking about your 8th house and your 10th house. And the way it's being projected is through fire. So again, you know, some of you could be working with like 5 houses right now, or even 7, in the sense, like, I don't want to confuse you, but like I said, do your work when it comes to your, like, just Google like Capricorn and like capabilities and, you know, stuff like that, and in the tower, because this, to me, this, you're bringing down something too. You could even be bringing down people on the fucking high horses, exposing industries. I don't know, like it's destructive in the sense of like it's that your energy is fucking powerful, whether you're projecting it, whether you're doing Reiki, I don't know what you're doing, but like it's huge. Like me wanting to take down an industry, like, you know, it comes from my heart and soul, and just feels like it's my life purpose. Would I ever imagine it getting to this? No, but it could. And I'm just giving you a prime example. You know what I mean? Leaving a legacy. Like, this is an energy you fuck with. But it's happy-go-lucky, exciting. Like, the amount of vibes you give are like crazy vibes. I feel like you have spiritual protection like all over you, like a celebrity would. just surrounding you. And this is for the collective. Like, this is the energy we are in regards to the collective. This is a collective shift. It's not just like a personal reading. It's literally like a collective shift, or it's part of a spiritual tribe, which would all be part of if I'm reading on it, you know? And that type of ecstasy with Magician and Tower, to reach that type of ecstasy would be like a goal. You don't just reach that type of ecstasy. This is like dreams come true. Well, it's not even a dream. Well, you're going to start to dream it up. And you're going to recover from something, like whatever was going on here. It doesn't even need to be like health. It could be mental health, you know, and it's like you step into that power. There's a karmic energy around you that's probably linked to that over there as well, but I don't think that's anything we need to focus on, to be quite honest with you. Like, your vibe isn't going to fuck with a lower vibe, if that makes sense. Can easily be dismissed. You're either going to want to entertain it or you're not. There's no in between. So I really don't think you're going to have much of an issue there. Like, what you create, you have judgment. You have to make a judgment call with what you choose to block and not block. Or you're going to make a choice to go into this direction, into this industry. I mean, you could be taken down. Sex industry, the porn industry. I mean, I doubt that's even possible to take down that type of industry, but like, it's a viewpoint. Certain people will be blocked from this energy, though. It has to do with your own happiness, temperance, healing, Ace of Stones. This is why, Hermit, like, why you create, there's just energy is being blocked. Again, we were just talking about it, but I don't even think you need to worry about it. Summer, winter, seasons. Those are the two I usually put away. And again, summer wants to come out. So it could just, something's going to go down in summertime. This could be vulnerability. Someone's quiet right now. This Seven of Swords could actually be, not Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, vulnerability. When you are vulnerable like that and you make a decision to be vulnerable, that's powerful. I'm not really getting it as a block, like I'm saying. Like, if something's karmic, I think spiritually it's being blocked. And again, twin flame, it's like that ecstasy. Like I said, guys, it's like when I started the first journey spiritually, like what got me there was like a Kundalini awakening. It was another person. And I remember the exact moment of it actually happening. There was multiple moments, but I remember the first time it happened. So this also includes vulnerability. Like, this is crazy because the collectives, or a handful of people, like, this is insane energy you guys are working with, and being vulnerable at the same time with having like healthy boundaries. Like, but it's not like that. It's like, damn. Like, no one, like, I don't even know how you pull off. It's hard enough to pull off Capricorn, Scorpio, and project it through fire, which I think is amazing. That just got brighter. But then to make a judgment call when it comes to vulnerability and really going within and what you do next when it comes to this ecstasy, some of you could be blocking, but I'm not getting that at all. I'm absolutely hands down getting vulnerability. So in the midst of all this, a particular energy might come in. Which I think is fine. Some of you might have that Kundalini enlightenment. If you haven't. And you could probably have it multiple times. It's not, you know what I mean? So there is a particular energy that does come towards you. And I'm not even saying it's like a twin. It could just be a universal energy, a guide, someone who comes in and out. Cycles, mask, fresh start. So this is something's coming to light. I don't want to, and it's like I said, new tribe. So I don't really want to focus on that because I don't think it's necessary. It's a nay or a yay. There's not an in between. Not when you're working with this type of energy. If you can't sense that, you're not gonna fuck with it. It's, like I said, you're not gonna allow it. Our spirit's not gonna allow it. Your guides, they're just not gonna allow nonsense or pettiness or disruptive energy or egos. Like, and I'm telling you, like this type of energy, it's easily dismissed. And I hate to say it like that, but it is. It really, truly is. You don't got time to like fuck around in this energy, whether you're creating something or just going on a new path. Like, it's already been chosen. It's already yours. It's very empowering. It's uplifting. So I'm not really, there's really no need to like bring karmic energy into this. Like I said, like, because this is like soul growth. Could be some like conflict, who knows? But it was like, it was karmic, you know? But it's like, things are being woven. So if this has to do with a person, like that will come in when it's supposed to come in, and you wouldn't even be looking for it. Okay. Or it's you where there's something that tells you to go, green light, go in regards to whatever it is. And it could be in springtime. You're being guided, and spring is right around the corner. Okay. So March, April, I'm getting more March voids, but again, April has been coming in a lot too. I think it's a beautiful message. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Like I said, you're being guided, and you got return. So this could be just return. This could be a return of you, you know, like with that old life going into like a new life. Like it's not anything to like really focus on if this has to do with another person. And, you know, if this has to do with like worth, individuality, authenticity, children, family, the good things, good times, let the good times, well, then a good vibe, then you're good. If it is another person, it's going to be the right type of vibe. And if it's not, I really think it's just going to be real easy for you to be like, no, thank you. So this energy might come in of somebody else, March and April, coming back around. And it's going to be yay and nay. It's not really going to be in between. I don't think this energy that's so strong and projected is, I think it's humble. You know, it's pulling me to that song, like the meaning, it's something with college. It comes out every once in a while in the last year. But like, you think you're better now. Something like that. And it's not like that. You still remain humble. This energy is humbling. It takes you on your next journey. Like your next journey, you're walking 10th house, 6th house, 8th house, fire houses. You know what I mean? It's what I wouldn't even, it could be a north node. Okay. But like, as this journey started, it started with like in the last month, you are working with your 10th house, 8th house, 6th house energies. And I think you're projecting fire. Like you're walking fire as if it's your North Node. It doesn't have to be. It's the characteristics. It's the projection. But it comes with Scorp and Cat. It's remarkable, to be quite honest with you. Like, that's the type of energy we need to change the world and industries. And this, I hope this lasts for years, to be quite honest with you, for a long time, because that's what we need. What's this recovery? So I think it's some type of like enlightenment, or it could have been even like a spiritual layout to get you where you need to be. Legacy is 10 of Stones. This good health and triumphant energy. It's clear the throat chakra. This is wonderful. Moving forward, a fresh start, leaving the past behind with the Chariot, 10 of Stones, 10 of Pence, security, longevity, good health, good money, legacy. Like I said, it's after a period of whatever it is that you've been going through. So this, you might be working on this, and then all of a sudden your energy shifts. First day of spring, the 19th, for all I know. Right now, this is the 4th through the 15th. Right? March is busy, like I said. So you can go to Cafe Astrology, guys, and get your free birth chart, and it would tell you how to work with your 10th house, how you work with your 6th house, how you work with your 7th, 8th, and so forth, 6th house, and what rules what, and then you work with that. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, you're definitely moving on up. It's karmic in the sense of like Dharma, it's a number 10. It's just the wheel has to turn, a new chapter. I think this wheel brings personal success, to be honest with you. It's how it makes you feel. It has to do with your future, your ships being here, them arriving. The Empress, 6 of Cups, the Star, the Lovers. So this could be even somebody you end up working with, or you meet along the way. You could meet, you got safe travels. You can be going to another country with the 3 of Wands. Could be Asian continent. I think there's a person here, somebody you meet, could just be a business partner, could be a lover. Is somebody pretty fucking important, if you ask me. Nostalgic, which I just got, refocus, it shifts your energy, but that to me could be, that's too many, a good thing. So some of you could be moving to another country for all I know. Look at that Page of Vessels wanted to come out. You could be getting organized during this time period, because within the next couple of weeks, something is definitely taking off. Something happens, something inspires you, shift of energy, your own mindset. It's a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful message. I almost feel like you're coming out of that void come spring, because that's like embracing winter. You only have 2 more weeks, 2.5 more weeks of that. So I just want to get this divine guidance with this organization, Jade Emperor. Divine guidance. It's best to watch for signs before moving forward. You are ready to enjoy the fruits of your hard work, but don't decide to embrace any aspect of your life just yet. Wait for more information to emerge before making a choice. This card also means it's best for you to use your intuition to make the final call, rather than a rational mind. Try to read the signs carefully and trust your instincts. Although it might be frustrating to wait, proceeding when it's time is much more rewarding. And that sometimes the Three of Wands does talk about patience. Again, these are messages from guides, your guides, my guide, however it works. Like I said, like you're highly fucking protected. And if there is something karmic, like I said, like not to be like rude, but I think it can be easily simply bypassed. Like it's not an energy of feeling like, I don't know if you're self-empowering yourself. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's just this reading and it's just the vibe of this reading is just it's a big. And it just feels like you no time for nonsense. Like it's not stop, go, stop, go, stop. Like it's yeah, like it's obvious. Like your sixth sense is already, I don't know how to explain it, but if it is something karmic, it's easily bypassed. It is what it is. It's not an insult. It is what it is. And I think that's great. And if that's the way it goes, that's the way it's supposed to go. Whether spirit's disregarding it or you are, because you're working with new energy. However that goes down for you. So use this card when you feel like you're at a crossroads. And crossroads did come up out here, I believe. But it's also, don't let self-doubt overpowering or waiting for the right time to get you down the frog. Stay still before getting ready to rejuvenate. And you have that with recovery down here too. Waiting for the right moment. If waiting feels hard, choose focusing on your attention of the sounds of nature or the frog could be hearing. And like I said, there is something, I was looking for certain apps. Spirit was very particular when I started this video with what to play in regards to background noise. And I also think you should listen to that song. There's something happening here. Whatever this is beautiful. So enjoy this transition. It's not always easy, but you got this. Like the frog too, doesn't talk about the dragonfly, but it's almost like that, easily bypassed. It can easily, swipe that up in a second. Waiting for the perfect moment to like strike, or I'm getting a strike as in like someone goes on strike, protest. There's got to be something with that song and protesting, whether it's peaceful or not. Or eventually you can raise a crowd, or this is a crowd at politics. I'm not really sure. But like there's whatever this is personal, and you do have safe travels. Okay, so it's beautiful. What song is it? It's something worth, right? There's something happening here. It's by Buffalo Springfield, For What It's Worth. Stop, hey, you're so sad, I never feel like what's going down. And again, it might be nature, it could be frogs. Maybe listen to frogs. Or just nature in general. And again, when I started this video, Spirit was extremely like, that word I can't use, specific. Like I was going through like all different things, and I'm like, I need a new app, even if I have to pay for it, I don't think I have frogs on that app. I know I probably have crickets. But I do like frogs. I like listening. Like I do love that in the summer when the bullfrogs, going to bed with the bullfrogs. I'm like, yay, spring is here, summer's coming. Like, you know, it's like when all the birds come back, you get excited. When I hear the bullfrogs, I get stoked. I'm like, yay! Oh, there is frogs. Oh, look at it. My phone just froze. Here's Mercury for you. I was going to put the frogs on while I played cleanup, but my phone just froze. Spring peeper frogs. What the fuck? It's not going to let me on. That's a message for somebody. And I don't think in a bad way either. I really don't. Like, it's just what I have above that where it froze was frogs, spring peeping frogs, whales. Whales are beautiful, highest pitch on earth. Okay. Cicadas, crickets, Shih Tzu snoring. No, thank you. I think that's a little aggressive. But you can find other ones that are calming. I don't know. What a beautiful read, though. Enjoy this transit. Take it easy. There's definitely no rush. You're still in the midst of transmuting. You're still kind of like needing to have sympathy for a situation maybe you don't want to be sympathetic towards. Like, you know, this isn't overnight. This has been a transformation that's with a new journey that you step into that takes months. So you've already been working on this for months. You've already been working on yourself or whatever this journey is for months. See, like, it's seeds you plant, you know what I mean? Like, it's global ascension. Like, it's everybody. I want to say like everybody's doing it, but like not everybody is. Some people, you know, don't pay attention to energy, or like maybe some people go through a divorce, or maybe some people get married. It's a new stage regardless whether it's happy or sad, you know. And it's been happening for months to get here, to get people here. And it's typically dark night of the souls, or it's typically like shadow work, you know. It's typically huge before stepping into something new. And I think the real powerful shift of energy here is you just starting what it is you're pursuing or studying or researching with that 8 of Pents, ideas, whatever it may be. And then with spring, it might be like, oh, like a light bulb goes off, or, you know, that's when you decide to do it. So ultimately, it's really up to you and what it is you're pursuing. And again, who knows? It could just come to you at any time. But enjoy the rest of winter in the sense of like seasons, because a whole bunch of seasons came out, and something can really take off in the summer, but you start it. It seems like you're starting it more in the spring. You've already started it in the winter. Okay. Spring can be a resting time for you, or it could be like, I don't think so. I think it's going to be very busy for you. But you might not see the fruits of your labor until summer. But I think you're going to see it like in spring in the sense of a shift of energy within you. And going into spring from winter is exciting, and it is a transition. And our bodies, our energy, and our bodies do go through a transformation in the midst of seasons transitioning. Winter seems to be, the winter and fall I think are tough, but they're beautiful. You know, it's just an adjustment. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you later or mañana. I love you. Bye, guys.